Hello world, I'm What If Studia, and I am back with a very interesting What If. I have always seen the heroes as concussive force, ones that use mind tricks and different things to try to gain power over those who are, frankly, overpowered. The villains that use power to dominate all. Those who use brute strength to beat down their enemies to bloody smithereens and leave nothing behind. Heroes are the ones that use techniques and tricks and outsmart their enemies. Now, what I find an issue with GBZ is that it got rid of the concept of mostly having, smart heroes. Goku is not in anywhere particularly smart. Battle smart, yes, but he is objectively dumb. Especially in Super, let's be honest. I never liked Goku that much. Not in that much way. But at least in Dragon Ball, he seemed like a human that was worthy of, becoming one of the strongest. But then we figure out, no, he has gained all of his power because some bullshit power-ups, because he almost died a few times. And then Super Saiyan furthered the gap from humans. Not only that, the gods came along and only gave the Saiyans the chance to gain power. The Saiyans by themselves couldn't even be approached by somebody like even Piccolo, who I would even say has a bullshit power-up by himself. Why are humans constantly destroyed by their own inability to gain power? I say nay. Humans should be given the power that they are right to. If they were given the same time and the same patience as somebody like a Saiyan, anybody, Tien, Krillin, Yamcha, it's not so much on Yamcha, but, the humans would still become maybe even stronger than Goku. Tien has trained since day one, never stopping, showing up at every single scene. Why does Tien get treated like shit? I'm here to answer that question. And to fix the timeline. And to fix the timeline, I mean a total eradication of the Saiyans. An event posed by Frieza. As Frieza hovers in a station above the Saiyans, he watches over it, in his gleamful eye, he has a distaste. Perhaps that legend could be true. And so he points up his hand. Unknowingly, the whole Saiyan race was about to be eradicated within the next seconds. As the death ball starts to fall down, he notices something at the corner of his eye. Are those pods? As these two pods that escape the place, one carrying Goku and one carrying Vegeta, Frieza points at them as two blaster fires are shot out at them, immediately killing both Goku and Vegeta. As Frieza laughs, exclaiming that who could have thought that they could have escaped his realm of power? We fade away into the empty nothingness of the void. Back on Earth, everything continues as it should have without Goku. No one there to save Ox King's flaming palace. Nobody there to stop the Red Ribbon Army from claiming the balls. And even before that, Pilaf. However, his wish might have, not gone so well for him. I would say that the Red Ribbon Army would have actually founded around the same time that Pilaf does, having a massive battle between both of them, which took place on Earth, destroying many things in their way, including civilizations as we know it. However, Pilaf would eventually fall. And such the Red Ribbon Army makes their wish for General Red to get taller. As he is granted his wish, in secret actually, everybody wonders where the Dragon Balls have gone. Gone for a whole nother year. The Red Ribbon Army gains such hatred for the world for not being able to attain what they wanted to. So, they will do it anyways. They start conquering the whole world. Inch by inch. They take over cities, the whole place, within 3 years. No longer needing the Dragon Balls to themselves. Now Mercenary Tao and all the rest of them were simply, under the Red Ribbon's control. The whole world seemed like it had been thrown under the boot. The limited martial artists that were allowed alive anymore were Roshi, who trained up Krillin in an urgent manner, trying to get him as powerful as he can. Ten Shinhan constantly hunting down Roshi and Krillin. However, Roshi and his tactics were very persistent, being able to submerge himself into the water for hours at a time because of the turtle style, something unknown to Tien. Roshi had actually bought a submarine around this time so that he could hide from the Red Ribbon Army. However, one day Tien gets a different request. He is paired with Tao Pai Pai to take care of an old man in the forest, supposedly teaching those who come to him. Tien, along the dusk, he wanders upon Roshi's cabin. He enters with Tao Pai Pai, just barging in, as Tien says that he's really rude for an assassin, and loud. Tao Pai Pai and him have always butt heads about this assassination business. Tien has never loved it, nor has he even considered it something that he enjoys. He does it to survive, nothing more. Once he gets a hint of freedom. However, you can tell that Tao is different. He loves this business. I wouldn't say I love it. Anyways, old man. As Tao Pai Pai turns around to Gohan, cowering in the corner. However, Gohan composes himself once he realizes that this is where he dies. He invites them to sit down, but Tao exclaims that he will not. Tien sits down, however, bringing up a bowl with himself. Him and Gohan talk for almost 5 minutes straight without Tao even interrupting. However, Tao's like, what is this magic? Why is his mind so like a sealed trap? I feel like I can't kill him. As Tien says, if you're going to do me a favor, please leave us. I need to know this man's secrets. As Tao's like, I cannot do that, Tien. Then you are doing nothing but getting in my way. As Tien launches a Dodon Ray immediately through, Tao's heart as he falls down to the ground dead. Tao says sorry for damaging his place, as he had made sort of a ruckus within it. However, Gohan exclaims that, no, it's fine. That man was a scumbag, he could tell just by looking at him. Tien looks up to Gohan, and back at himself. He feels nothing but regret. However, lamenting over the death of Tao, finally he got rid of that bastard. He sits down and drinks some tea with Gohan before taking his leave. He must return. His teachings are so calm, and they teach peace. And only in self-defense comes power, and only in self-defense comes righteousness. His third eye flaring up and awakened almost in that conversation. He stuck around in Gohan's for hours, until finally Gohan told him to leave After all, his master would be utterly, probably beat him if he was to get there so late. Is he correct? As Tao nods that yes, he is correct. Tien leaves, turning his back on the house. Tien goes to the next martial arts tournament. As he enters in, Chaozu as his partner, now replacing Tao Pai Pai. Chaozu had also learned the same way that Tien had. Through brutal training can only come true, gains. As Chaozu had changed up the cores by, using his powers. Tien would face off against Krillin in the final thing. However, he had no idea that it was. It was only that two shadowy figures had entered the competition. One, Jackie Chun, the fighter for the people, the rebel, as Tao was ordered, and this whole, thing was only held just because they wanted to get, Jackie Chun dead. So his first fight was against Jackie Chun. It goes about the same as it did in the original arc. Jackie Chun is defeated by Tien. However, before he's defeated, he says his words and makes his peace. Tao cannot kill him. He doesn't want to. He can't. He remembers back to Gohan. And he spares the man's life as he uses his solar flare, blinding everybody and throwing Jackie Chun to the side. Next to the arena, nobody could see him. He yells at Krillin to take him away and face him in the next. He will face Tien in his master's stead. Go all out, no matter what. And Tien has no idea that this is actually Krillin. Krillin wearing a fox mask. Where does Tien recognize that from? Their fight goes about the same as it did in the original, actually, too. However, Krillin at this time is actually much stronger than he was in the original. Probably about 1.5 times stronger. So their fight is explosive and destroys half of the arena by itself. As Tien is ready, gets up into the air and starts to use his signature technique, the tri-beam. All of the, mafia and the just disgusting Red Ribbon soldiers watching the arena by their little outpost that overwatches all of it. As he's readying it up, he looks down and sees Chaozu actually stopping Krillin from moving around and paralyzing him. He says, "Stop! This isn't what I want." As in the original, he finally curses out his own fighting style. God damn it, I can't believe I'm doing this now, after all this time. As Tien aims his tri-beam off to the side and blows up the stands that held the Red Ribbon Army in it. This was an act of war. He killed the Red Ribbon's general in the process of doing this. I'm freeing this world after all this time. So Tien basically goes on a rampage, killing General Red as, General Black, I believe, gets into his mech warrior and starts fighting Tien. Tien just defeats that thing without even trying. However, before he can, Krillin recovers from it, and Tien tells Krillin that he's not going to fight him anymore. So the tournament is called to a close with no certain fighter. However, a certain being is flying overhead, which attacks Krillin out of nowhere. Krillin, being much less injured this time, although very injured still, and much more powerful, is not killed by Tambourine within one strike. Tambourine comes down for a second strike. However, Krillin grabs onto its leg and throws Tambourine onto the floor, right in front of Tien. As Tien aims up a beam straight to this disgusting monster's face with a Dodon ray straight to it, he stops right before, thinking, "Wait, I'm supposed to be good now, aren't I? I can't just go around killing anything." But then then Tamburine's claws claw up at Tien. After all, Tien is is much stronger than his original form, just because of his deadly training and how far he has gone fighting Krillin and Roshi all the time. He has gotten much less, corrupted. His eye is not fully sealed this time, actually, because it was opened again by Gohan's lessons. But however, this was almost a fatal mistake, as after he stops his beam, he is immediately hit across the chest by the Fiend. This strikes him so deeply that it makes the same hit where Tao Pai Pai had made the scar before. As this angers Tien to no limit, Tien is no longer holding back as he fires the tri-beam that he prepared in his left hand straight through its chest, creating a sort of... Wait, was it a tri-beam? Like it was a triangle. No, it was a square, that's right. A square straight through the chest of this Tambourine, immediately killing him. However, Tien just basically falls unconscious after this. After all, that tri-beam was his second, so he cannot do more than one at this time, and he goes overboard. Krillin is taking Tien up to the lookout, up to Korin to get the sense. Everybody comes along with Bulma inside the car. As they all reach the Korin's place, they wonder about the repercussions of Tien's actions. However, they all agree that it was about time that regime was destroyed. Tien is healed up by some senzu beans as Tien overlooks from down below. He feels like this is all his fault. However, he says that, never mind that. Who was that person? As Korin starts to fill him in about the old Piccolo, the king. That this is going to be the toughest fight that they've ever fought. He's after the Dragon Balls. This sends off lightning, a bulb inside of Tien's head, saying, "Oh shit, Grandpa Gohan!" As he starts to go to the balcony. However, Korin holds him back. As Korin tells everybody, "Why aren't you holding him back too?" As he pulls Tien back and tells him that he's not going to be able to defeat Piccolo. If he fights him now, he'll die. There is a way that you could beat him. As Tien's like, "I'll take it." And he's like, "I didn't say it'll kill you." Kids these days. Just tell me already, please. I need to know. Korin tells Tien about the Ultra Divine Water. Before he could say anything else, Tien spots it and immediately runs after it. Korin, unable to stop him, he takes up and drinks it. Like, straight up shotguns that thing. All the way down to, a few, 3 last shots inside of it. Tien's like, "I feel it already," as, his muscles that are bulging already just bulge even more. He starts to step to the doors. He's like, "Oh, I feel it. I'm ready to..." As he just falls straight onto his face. Krillin's like, "Oh, great. Of course." This is what Tien does. As Bulma's just like, "Well, we still have to defend Gohan." As, Roshi's just like, "Yes, it would be wise if we go and defend him now. We have to just keep one of the Dragon Balls." Thinking what Roshi is usually thinking, to use the Mafuba, he's going to need some bait. As such, he goes along with them towards Grandpa Gohan's house. Once they make it there, it seems like it has already been attacked, as there are some, marks on the sides of it and claw marks in the dust around it. Gohan comes out to greet them as they're like, okay, hi, Grandpa Gohan, that's nice, as he mentions that he has been fighting them a little bit. They all start to rush him into the car. However, out of nowhere, Drum comes out and bashes Krillin out into the forest. All they hear is, oh, thank you for all gathering in one place. I have been waiting so long. As old King Piccolo comes out of nowhere, floating down and falls onto the ground, sort of keeping himself in composure. Drum, take out Krillin. As Krillin comes out of the forest, ready to fight Drum, he's like, that was nothing, and then immediately gets like hit straight in the stomach. While Drum is distracting Krillin, King Piccolo threatens, Bulma and Gohan and Roshi to give him the Dragon Ball or, die. Before Roshi could use the Mufuba, he's hit in the stomach as he's like, you won't get me with that one, old man, and throws him to the side. Grandpa Gohan takes the ball and starts to run. However, old Piccolo stops him and brings him down to the ground and takes the ball from his hand. He looks up to Bulma and says, are you going to do anything, girl? And she's just like, I'm just the genius. That's what I thought. As he starts to make his way out of there. Krillin is getting beaten to the dust until suddenly a sword comes out of nowhere and stabs Drum right in the back with his heart pierced, killing him immediately. Yamcha finally reveals himself as, he releases a lot of his power. He looks up to see Old Man Piccolo start flying off. He's unable to catch him now. Damn it! I should have came here earlier. I'm so sorry, Krillin. As Krillin's like, it's fine, Yamcha. It's been so long. We need to get back that Dragon Ball. As, basically the car that took them all there was destroyed by a key beam shot from Piccolo. Damn it! Back at the lookout, from the Korin's lookout, Tien finally wakes up from his coma, with frothing at his mouth as he rubs that away. Korin's just like, oh, you finally woke up, you idiot. As he goes over to the side, his eye is almost bleeding at this point. He feels like his headache is unmatched. What was that, just alcohol? Korin's just like, nah, it was fermenting for about 3,000 years until your ass came along. Whatever. What's happening down there? See for yourself. Your third eye should have been fixed by now. It was only because of Grandpa Gohan. How funny. As Tien opens his third eye, able to, use it now, he looks down onto the ground, seeing Grandpa Gohan's, place destroyed. Thinking only the worst of thoughts. I can't let this be. I won't let this be. As Tien just launches out in rage. He dashes off of the lookout, immediately changing his trajectory straight towards King Piccolo. He intercepts him right in the middle of the air, right around all of his, followers, as they had formed all the balls in a circle. Piccolo, Demon King Piccolo, and Tien clash in the middle of the air. Tien is winning this battle, almost fully finishing off Demon King without any problems. His power is amazing. Krillin and Yamcha show up on the scene, injured and battered, as they start to take care of the rest of the demons with their different arts. However, they were injured before this, so they are slowly losing their battle. Tien says, come on, guys. Holy shit. These guys are strong. As, Tien actually has a plan. He starts to run in a straight line across the valley, weaving throughout the cracks as all of the demons start to follow him, all the winged ones. Krillin says, what are you doing? What's the plan here? As Tien says, just you wait. As they all are forming basically a line to get through this ravine. Once they're all trapped in there, Tien aims up a massive Kikoho, saying, fire it all at the ravine. let them be crushed. As, they all use the last of their energies to blast at the ravine, making all the rocks fall down onto the minions, crushing, supposedly, Demon King Piccolo. They search throughout the rubble as they're out of energy completely. Maybe one, just enough ki basically to send out one more ki blast. That was about it. Tien searches and finds the Demon King Piccolo body, corpse, basically revolting as it is. He still can't be dead. He needs to be destroyed. As Krillin's like, isn't he? Look at him. He can't do anything. Listen, if you want to keep your innocence, Tien says, then look away. If that's what this is about, then I shun you as martial artists. Tien and Krillin are speechless by this point. They had never been talked to like that. Never been told that they weren't real martial artists. It made them feel bad for not being there, for being so late in Krillin and Yamcha's position, and not being strong enough in Krillin's. As they both look away, Tien sends a Dodon ray straight through the head of Demon King Piccolo. After all of this is done, Tien, Yamcha, and Krillin all meet up at Korin's house. They host a party in there as a after-war effort. Celebrating with drinks, not the Divine Ultra Water. However, as all of this is happening, Launch actually shows up. Launch and Tien start to hit it off again. Tien had gained so much again, and he was different this time. Since last time, it was a matter of him wanting nothing to do with humanity and wanting to train all by himself. Launch was there, and he had gained faith in humanity again this time, since Gohan. So, he trusts her somehow. Some way, somehow, he almost feels like he's attached to her. And so, this will progress later. Tien, Krillin, and Yamcha are left after the party. After their debauchery, they feel almost like maybe they weren't good enough. Tien wants to settle this here and now as he slams down his glass. He fills all 3 of their cups with the Ultra Divine Water. As they're like, are you kidding me? Didn't you almost die from this thing? Tien's just like, yes, that's true. However, we have no choice. We have to protect this world. As Tien raises up his glass, to defending this world no matter how hard the troubles. No matter how strong the enemies. Krillin raises his glass, saying, to defending the weak. To saving all those who are innocent. As Yamcha raises his glass, saying, to being there for each other, no matter how hard the times are. They all take sips from the divine water. As Tien says, I hope you're ready, boys, because this is going to be quite the ride. So basically, overnight, they have to deal with that, and they gain a lot more power. At this point, the time skip happens, where the world, we'll call it like the world being, reconstructed. The reconstruction of humanity arc. Where Bulma takes part in this, where she's crafting cities and making, robot soldiers that are able to defend cities from bandits and different stuff like that. Mostly Bulma work. However, Tien, Krillin, and Yamcha are looking for new ways to get stronger. After all, this new, invigorated, youthful Yamcha is looking a way to get stronger, just like them. Korin actually mentions to Tien that, that eye, it requires some holiness applied to it. To unlock even further powers with it, you should train with Kami. As Tien's just like, who's this Kami? So basically, Tien goes up to Kami and asks if he could train with him. So of course he goes through the rigorous, trials of becoming Kami's student. And Kami's takes notice of his third eye. However, Tien's just like, but I could better the world even more. Maybe I could get Krillin and Yamcha up here, you know? So basically Krillin and Yamcha join him up in the training. However, Yamcha feels a little weird doing this training. After all, he wanted to show off his new transformation. As everybody looks over to Yamcha saying, wait, what? You have a new transformation? He's just like, oh yeah, I didn't show you guys. And thank you so much. That was where we'll be living this off. As you have noticed, this is actually just what if the humans had their own transformations? Because I didn't want to have to deal with, the Saiyans, so I just deleted the Saiyans. So yeah, I hope that you loved this as much as I did, and I'll see you guys sometime somewhere. Goodbye.